let's talk autonomy, safety in the clinical yoga studio and how it finds its way on the mat. In last week's episode, I talked about the root chakra, the earth element of the body, and how it is grounded through certain yogic techniques. And in this episode, I want to talk about that sacral chakra. Hello everyone, my name is Tanya, or Tanja, el fundador of No Mas Dramas, or No More Trauma. And so coach and wellness facilitator. Now, in last week's episode, I talked about the Muladhara chakra. We're talking about pop culture, criminal cases, big names that we know, and how we invite them on the mat. So with clients surviving grooming, abuse, substance abuse, working with PTSD. In the second week, working with a client, navigating these type of challenges, I like to work with this Salamba Bharavajasana. Tanya, what is that? That is the side lying pose. And what I'm doing is I'm using that thing here behind me, a bolster, which allows the client to soften and receive support in certain postures. And so in this posture, I chose this particularly because I want to help the client reduce symptoms of clamping down on the gut. So we hear about this being the second brain, right? And so whenever we're startled or we feel anxious, we're clamping down on this area, which can lead to irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, or a imbalance of the gut flora or the microbiome. And so I choose this particular posture and working with that bolster to support the client in softening and seeing if they can come to a place of relaxation, right? So again, it may not happen on the first try. There may be resistance, there may be tightness and tension. However, this gripping and resting on the bolster can support a softening, a leaning deeper in. But even most importantly, the svadhyaya of the practice, the going inward to really understand those watery emotions of the sacral chakra, which is like the bowl. That's the water element. If you want to hear more, I suggest tuning into the No More Trauma podcast.